Hi, this is Sarah, the Stitchin Mommy, and it's Monday, August 5th, 2024, here for my weekly cross-stitching update. And it is amazing that it's already August and school stuff is already getting started. My kids start next week, so that's kind of crazy. But I have a lot to share, so I better just jump right in. Do I have any? Oh, I do have some stuff to show. I'll show that at the end. I've noticed that I have passed 14,000 subscribers, which is mind-blowing. I don't know how that number keeps getting up. There's a lot of cross-stitchers out there apparently. I'm not quite in the right headspace right now to do a giveaway, but I hope to do one soon. I think I'm doing well to get a video out at all today, so I guess we'll just jump right in with travel stitching. I've done my temperature turtles, got caught up on that, and this is one of my designs. You can find a variety of temperature patterns and other things in my Etsy shop. Here's where I got to this week. This is 28 count Caribbean blue Jobelin, 1/1 full cross, and I finished out July and started on August. So as I suspected, these middle ones are, these three were in the 90s. This last one was 101, then dropped down to 99, but then these two are in the hundreds again too. This one is 106, so it's my second hottest color. This was my hottest color, and back down to third hottest color. So I actually think I've gotten all the colors at least once on here, which is really fun. So I had one long length of this green, so I did all of these back appendages and started in on the front. So next time, depending on how long my string is, I might finish the front ones, but at some point I need to go back and do the outlines on that, but you know, I'll get to it. I've also worked a good amount on cats and hearts this week because I'm using it for some Olympics stitching. So I'm working on Cats and Hearts July by Kitty and Me Designs, and she has mandalas and the hearts there. I thought there was one other one I think she has too that are like monthly like this, which are kind of fun. The mandalas I think have extra like maybe sparkly threads and things like that. These ones are just cross stitches and back stitching. This particular one has a few French knots in the flowers, but that's the first time I've encountered that. And you could even leave them out if you wanted to. So I am doing Olympic stitching on this one so that I pull it out before my regular stitching at home, and I calculate the number of minutes per medal that America has had during the day. So it's midnight in Paris, my time, 3:00 p.m. my time. So by the time I'm about ready to start stitching, typically the Olympics are wrapping up for the day. So it's fun, it's a good time to go get the medal count. So first, I've been doing 10 minutes for a gold medal, 5 minutes for a silver medal, and 3 minutes for a bronze medal, because it worked better for my time than doing a more even increments of 15, 10, and 5. So far it had been working fine. I did, it was mostly around a half hour or a little less most of the week, but then Thursday was 53, which was a stretch. And then Saturday, 101 minutes. I'm like, what? And Sunday even again, 63 minutes. I was like, I think, and my son was telling me it was because a lot of the like track started, swimming was still going, gymnastics is still going. So it's kind of like all the three major like sports that have lots of different possibilities for medals were all happening at the same time. So it was like, oh, okay. Lots of stitching, but at least it was the weekend, so it was okay. So hopefully the next few days will be a little lighter than that, because during the week I have a little bit less time to work with. But this is where I got to, so I'm super happy with the progress on this. 25 count 1/1 full cross. Got the kitty cat done. All the yellows are done. This one actually had a brown as well that accented the flowers. And I have started in on the green. So I believe I've got the 2 lightest greens done and I'm working on the medium green. So 2.5 more shades of green plus some blue backstitching to finish up. So that's exciting. And because I am doing Olympic stitching again this week on this, I'll probably get to possibly start August this week as well, which would be really nice. So I'll show you that one. This is what August will look like, which will be fun. Mostly yellows and reds. There's some greens in there, so that'll be fun. So that one might get started this week. I think that's it. I did do a lot of work on Castle Homecoming, but it was also like main stitching for a couple of the days, but I'll go ahead and show it now because this is when I usually show it. This is by the Frosted Pumpkin. Where's my cover page? This is last year's Mystery Stitch Along. And I got behind as I knew I would, but I would like to get it finished by the end of the calendar year. So I think I can do it. I just have to probably regularly pull it out a day or two here and there for regular stitching in addition to phone call stitching, because that's not quite enough, I think. I managed to finish the entire top scene, which is super exciting. So now it's like from here up is done. So now there's this center bit with all the people was finished already. So I'm coming down the tree and then I'll need to finish all this other stuff, which is pretty thick stitching down here. So hopefully it won't take too long, but I will pull it out one more day this week for like regular daytime stitching. So we'll see how far we can get. So here is this one. This is 25 count, just kidding, 28 count. Ice blue Lugana 1/1 full cross with a Fancy Floss color conversion. So I'll do a before and after of the top. And there's a lot of like backstitching details that got added, and yeah, so pretty cute. I'm super happy that all of that is done. It feels really good. So then I'm coming down here. I had all of these guys done, and this castle is mostly finished. I think at the drawbridge I still need to add, but I was waiting till the dragon was done. So I decided this is the next tallest thing. I'll work on the tree. So I did one color of green. There's 3 colors of green in the tree, and then started on the trunk. There's a little bit more trunk down here too. So when I pull it out this week, I'm going to be working on it on Wednesday for the Olympics, the Naptime Stitcher Olympics Challenge on Instagram, and it's for a stitch along is the theme. So like, okay, that works for that one. So I will work on the tree some more on that day. So, and if I get time on Friday to talk with my sister, I'll work on it then too. So that's fun. I'm excited with the progress on that one. It's really coming together. I can see the end is possible. All right, so main stitching projects. I started out working on the Simpsons on Monday, and with the Naptime Stitchers Olympics Challenge, there's themes every day. So Monday's Simpsons, I chose to go with the Olympics theme of colors of the rings. So either blue, yellow, black, green, or red. So they have those colors in here. So this is one I found on eBay years and years and years ago. I ended up also working on it on the 1st because it's one of my oldest projects. I'm really happy with what I got done. So on Monday, it was less than, I mean, it was good, but I had to really struggle to get it because it was still, again, trying to keep it secret. I got 273 stitches, which is not bad. And then Thursday, I ended up getting a good amount of like afternoon time when my husband was preoccupied in other rooms. So I was like, yes, stitch away. And I got 496 that day. And I was, if I'd known I was 4 stitches away from 500 even, I would have probably played thread check-in a little bit better to do a little bit more, but I didn't know until I'd cut my thread. I'm like, oh, oh well. So here is where I got to. Total in this week was 769 half stitches, which is amazing. This is 40 count Vertil, 1/1 half crosses. So I did yellow in Lisa's hair. I did white in Homer's shirt. You can kind of see a texture there as opposed to the sleeve, which is still fabric. And then I did some black outlining. So pretty fun. In July, I got 460. Which includes the Monday amount plus previously in the month. I can't remember what day that was, which is good because I want to get a minimum of 300 every month to try to get this done for my goal. So getting 496 on the 1st of August is amazing because I've already passed my goal. But I'll keep going. I have another day slotted for it, I believe. Next week, I'll pull it out for its second day. I'm still going to give all my family pieces 2 days, even if I make the goal, my monthly goal on the first day, because it can always be done earlier, and there's always going to be months where I can't get it. So I'm going to definitely keep going on it next week for its day 2 of August, but super happy with the progress this week on that one. Less happy with my progress on this next one, but such is life. I worked on Colors of the Seasons 2. This is by Serenita di Campagna. They're an Italian company. I believe this is on 123 Stitch, which is where I found it. There's also a Colors of the Seasons regular, not the number 2 versions, just got like, doesn't have the little girls in it. It just has seasonal stuff in the different vignettes. So that one's pretty too, but I like the little girls. So this one, I was hoping to do more on it, and I really, really enjoy working on this one, but we had a long family get-together that it was longer than I expected, so I didn't get very much done on it. But the theme for this one was having to do with water, so I worked on my summer one, and I finished the second color of water. So I figured that was good enough, if that's all I could do. And even that I had to stay up a little late to finish that darker blue. So this one is one that is on my short list to try to finish this year. So I think once I finish Colors of the Seasons, I should probably pull this out. There's so many more on my list that I want to try to finish, but this one is so fun and cute. So I do have one more even to start as well. This is all of them. This is 27 count Linda in Vintage Country Mocha, 2/2 full cross. So they're a little bigger than some of my things, but super fun. I did it that way because there's a few fractionals here and there. Not too many, but a few. So I wasn't able to do it 1/1. But. And then on Wednesday, I worked on my stained glass cardinal for day 2. And again, didn't get quite as much as I would have hoped. What did we do that day? Maybe that was just a random... I got some done, but again, I think it was just one length of thread, which this is on 40 count 1/1 half stitches. So one length of thread is almost 600 stitches. 300, just kidding, almost 300 stitches. So this is by Tilton Crafts. It's called Stained Glass Birds 1, but I am calling it Stained Glass Cardinal. Still no color in this, but it will come. I'll bring it out again at some point. So this is where this is at now. It's at total 587 half stitches for the 2 days I worked on it in July. It's at 6.4% because I cut off some on the sides. So those are technically stitched, but not stitched. So you can see the edge of the circle. This was actually on the 31st was for something round. was the prompt for the Olympic stitching. So they had that big round glass window behind the bird. So that's why I went with this one. And then here you can see some of the leaves and petals and things starting. So I was just going back and forth, and then I'm coming down the side. I'll fill this. This has more black over here, but I'll do that later. So I'm still trying to fill in the color blocks, 10 by 10 blocks first. So once this is filled, I'll move on to the next one. You know, this will get finished later, so not worried about it. So kind of a sad start in general, because it's just black and it's kind of boring and it's a really pretty pattern, but I've started it and it's fun, and hopefully I'll get back to it at some point. Thursday, I worked on Simpsons. You already saw that. Friday, I worked on Castle Homecoming. Saturday, I worked on my first Whip Go piece for August was Winter Rose. This one, the Castle Homecoming on Wednesday was for the Stitch Along. I already said that. No, that was for, that's for this one. Friday was because it had more than one person in it. And Sunday was because it had a house or a building. So the theme for Saturday was a row or a border. So this one had some border in it. I've already finished these corner motifs, which is really nice. But I did have more border to do. This is by Lavender and Lace. And here is where it is now. This is, I think, 46 count vintage Misty Rain. So what my memory serves, I never actually looked it up, but I think that's right. So I didn't work on her at all, but I did bring this down a little bit, brought this down, and then hopped over to start filling in some of the background. So I did some border to match the theme, even though you don't have to stitch on the exact thing, but I like to if I can. So this one is actually, it's so small, there's not a lot to do. There's still a good amount left, but if I gave it some focus time, it would be doable. So I think this one is going to go on my year, not really officially year of whips, but my list of things I would like to focus on finishing next year. So there were too many things this year that made that list. I didn't think that one had room, but I think I could do it for next year. Same with Enchanted Alphabet. That one made the short list for next year. There's probably going to be a few things on my current year list that don't get done, and those can move over to next year as well. But I would like to finish as many of those as I can. So it's fun to have that short list of things to kind of focus on, especially if they're things that are designs that I don't necessarily want to linger for 15, 20 years. I'm like, you know what, this should actually get finished sometime. So let's give it a few more days, get it done. So that's good. I think that's all I worked on. It seemed to go fast, but I had some that were on multiple days. So I guess that's it. Today I will be, the Olympics theme was for my favorite designer. And I had a little bit of trouble coming up with that because I have a lot of designers that I like, and some designers that I have a lot of things by them. I don't know that I would necessarily call them my favorite. So I was not sure what to do. So I looked at my list of things I would love to finish this year, and I looked at that and I thought, you know what? Victoria Sampler is one of my favorite designers. I really love her aesthetic, the use of specialty stitches, how she can get so many cute little details in one little space. So I'm going to pull out Heirloom Nativity Sampler and give that a day. So I haven't yet pulled this out for a focus time yet. So I don't know how possible it is to actually get it done this year, especially with the Hardinger that I've never done before. We'll see about that. So, but I figured, you know what, I'll go ahead and pull this out for a day, and at the very least, I can kind of maybe see if it's possible to finish this year. Last time I looked at it, I thought it was possible, so we'll have to see what's left. So this one I have fully completed from the top down, all the things. This is on 32 count, gray, Silver, I think it's Silver Linen by MCG Textiles. Oh, nice. I've gotten farther than I thought. I didn't know if I had this scene done. So this is the last scene I have finished, is the baby Jesus scene, which is so exciting. Oh, yes, I'm happy. I thought maybe I had more of like that scene to finish still. So I finished this scene. I think I made sure to finish that last year. So all I have is the words, one row of specialty stitch, and I can start in on the hardinger. So exciting. Oh, how fun. So we'll get to work on that today. Oh, yay, this is fun. So here we are, full thing. I'll show an up close of this for a better before picture. But yeah, so we'll see if I can, at very least, I would like to get the words and that specialty stitch band done today. If for some reason I have extra time, I can go ahead and start reading the instructions for the hardinger and start in on some of those blocks. So we'll see. But that's very exciting that all I have left to do is that bottom bit, to definitely doable for this year. So woohoo! I may have to pull that out a little sooner than later because I didn't realize it was that close. So that's exciting. On Tuesday, the theme for the Olympics challenge is animal. So I went ahead and pulling out Beartime stories, which is one of my family pieces because it needs some time. And I'll give this its second day at the end of the month. Mini Beartime stories by Heaven and Earth Designs, artwork by Randall Spangler. And stuffed animal bear and baby dragons, neither of which are real animals, but they're animals, right? So I'll give this one day this week, and since I like to give my family pieces 2 days every month, I'll give it its second day later on. So this is also 40 count Verdal 1/1 half stitch. And last time I picked this up, I was suffering for getting lots of stitches in a short amount of time, so I pulled out a dark blue. I'm over here, my thread's still on my needle, to get a bunch of stitches done in one color. And so I'll go ahead and keep working on that blue until it's done before I move back to finishing out some of the smaller colors. So look for more of that blue today or Tuesday, and I don't know if how much is left, if it's possible to finish Tuesday, or if I'll need to work more on it. I think the 27th is the day I have planned for day 2 of this in August. So Castle Homecoming is coming out on Wednesday for this. The theme is Stitch Along. And then Thursday, the theme is Can't Wait to Work on It, WEIGHT, for like lifting weights, I guess. And so since I have a new start planned every month of the year, figured I will put that one in there because it's one I can't wait to work on. So this will be my new start for August. Meadow by Carolyn Manning. And there's so many Carolyn Manning designs out there right now. But this is one I purchased a little while back. I like that it's not perfectly symmetrical. Like, I think the center part is symmetrical, but each of these corners is slightly different. So I think that'll be fun. And I am stitching it on 25 count moss green, 1/1 full cross. So the background is not stitched, it's not full coverage. So that's gonna be fun. So I'll get a start on that on Thursday, and it'll get its second day next Thursday. Because right now I'm just stitching for themes, and so it doesn't, I think I'm switching every day this week. So that's kind of fun. A little unusual, but I'll have 7 different projects in the next 7 days. So the 9th, the theme is Stitch Toward Your Goal for soccer. So I'm going to pull out Those Who Sing, which is on my short list to get done this year. So that's my goal, is to get it done. So I'm stitching towards the finish goal. This particular time, I don't know that I'll have a mini goal. I'm in the house, so I don't know. Let's pull it out. I don't think I finished the roof. Oh, I have. I finished the roof. So I don't know that I can't finish the house in one day. That's too much. But I'll just keep working on it. My goal will be finish. I'm working towards that goal, even though I won't get to it today or this week. So Friday I'll work on this one. This is a 32 count mushroom slushy by Fabric Flair, 2/2 full cross with some of the called for colors and some subbed colors, and super fun. It's very enjoyable. The flowers are the called for specialty stitches, and yeah, I'm enjoying that. So I have this also slotted for 2 more sets of 2 days, the last 2 weeks of August. So it'll get a total of 5 days in August. Think we can get it done in 5 days? I hope so. If I get it done before the 5 days are over, I'll sub in Colors of the Seasons or Heirloom Nativity Sampler or something like that. Because those are probably the top 2 on my short list to finish that I want to work on next. There's other ones in there, but yeah, those would probably be one of those 2. I'll pull out next. Saturday, the theme is part of a series, so I thought, well, that's a good one to pull out, Summer Montage, which got skipped last week because it didn't really fit with any of the themes last week. I normally want to work on this every Sunday, so I skipped this past Sunday. This coming week, I'll work on it Saturday instead of Sunday. So next, the 18th and the 25th, I will be able to work on it normally on a Sunday. So I'm giving it 1 extra day on a Monday, the 26th, just to kind of make sure it still gets 4 days in the month of August. So, yeah, so this is by Pain Free Crafts, artwork by Janet Stieber, and I'm up here in the rose. So hopefully I can get some nice progress on the rose this time. I'm working my way, picking symbols in 10x10 blocks along the top of this first little section. The top row, I believe, of 10x10 squares in this rose block are complete. So now I'm coming back through the second 10x10 row, picking symbols. So that's my starting point. This is 28 count mushroom Lugana 1/1 full cross. And then Sunday, the last theme of the Olympics challenge is probably to go along with closing ceremonies, is a plan, something that you plan to complete in 2024. And I do have a few of those, but last time I worked on this one, I was realizing it is very close to a finish. So I'm gonna pull out my son's piece for day 1 of August stitching visit Endor. I am now, I think, at 90% complete. All I have left, or almost 90, is a tiny bit of the scene and then the big word Endor there at the bottom. This is by Country Magic Stitch. You can find her on Etsy. So I'll work on this on Sunday because I do plan to complete this in 2024. It is definitely possible. I don't have to. My goal was to finish it by like May of 25, but I can definitely finish it this year, I'm pretty sure. So this is 28 count Dove Gray Monaco, 2/1 half stitches. So I have just a little bit left here in the scene with the rocks and some green, and then I can start in on the word Endor. So super fun. See how much I can get done. And that will get actually Sunday and Monday of next week, which I should be able to film next Monday. If it's the first day of school for my boys, but I don't think that should be a problem. If it turns out being a problem and I'll come back Tuesday, I'll have 2 days to show, but either way, I put those back to back for just ease of scheduling. So I have the rest of the month like all planned out what I'm gonna do. But that would be the end of the Olympics themes on Sunday. So should be fun. I have the things that I only got 1 day on during the Olympics. We'll get another day elsewhere in the month. There are some more Whip-Go pieces that we'll get 2 days later in the month. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Oh yeah, one more thing. I got some Fat Quarter Shop stuff to share. Smokey wanted to play with the bag. She likes plastic. I don't know. I don't know this cat. She's so silly. So I'll have to sort out what I want to do for giveaways Some of this stuff might end up in there, but we'll have to wait and see. So this is another hometown neighborhood. This is the topiary house, and that's really fun. Big house, huge topiary trees. It says, "A house is made with walls and beams. A home is built with love and dreams," by Emerson. So that's cute. These are quilts. So maybe, yeah, there is some more cross stitch. Here we go. Another July's shelf life is fireworks. That's cute. I like those ones. And then there's the Be My Honey, which is fun. I'm seeing Terry Lee Crafts is working on this one. I don't know, she might have finished it actually. So she was enjoying this one. That's a fun one. And then the rest of these were quilty stuff. Hometown Holiday Sampler is a big quilt, which is fun, having all of those letters to quilt, and even all this, the house and trees at the bottom. That's fun. I like that. Quilted Snowman, which is another big one with fun shapes, and he's in a wagon. And On the Boardwalk, which is a little one with some rectangles. Family Reunion, very classic. And Ritzy Bitsy Babies. And they have the stars in here and different colorways, examples there for you. And Halloween Memories, which this one actually has both quilting and cross stitch. So I'll show you the different patterns. So let's see. There is the Enchanted Quilt. The Hocus Pocus Quilt. Moonlight Quilt. A little awkward. Trying to show Nightshade Quilt, which is all grays and whites. Spiderweb Quilt. Trick or Treat Quilt. Lots of little diamonds on that one. And then the cross stitch. They have like them all there. Bunch of smalls. So Learn to Fly. Masquerade. I think I saw somebody had just finished this on Instagram. That's where I'm like, I know I saw that somewhere. Morning Glory, with morning spelled like you're crying, not like it's early in the morning. But it's a cute one. Pumpkin Patch. Quaker Halloween. That would match like the Nightshade quilt because they were both like grays. Salem. Skeleton Soiree. That's cute. Dance class. And Spooky Socks. What does it say? Knitting 101. That's cute. They're putting socks on their boots. That's the last one. Sugar Skull. So lots of cute little Halloween smalls as well as Halloween quilts. So that's kind of a fun one. And as always, I have an affiliate link for Fat Quarter Shop down below in my description box if you're interested in picking anything up. Yeah, I think that's everything for this week. I hope you have a wonderful August. Still enjoying the Olympics. It's cutting into my stitching time just a little bit, but not too much. Try to watch a little bit every day so I don't get too far behind. But I'm enjoying it so far. And yeah, enjoy what you're working on. Start of the school year is coming up here for me. So I hope if that's you, that you enjoy the rest of your summer and start of school. And with that, enjoy what you're working on and happy stitching. Bye.